Good morning, my name is Steven. We're here on day 3 aboard the Navigator of the Seas. We're heading towards Cabo San Lucas, but we're not going to be there until about 12:30 because we left late in Los Angeles, but that's okay. It's 8 a.m., so we're going to go straight to the main dining room. My family's already there, so let's go ahead and head right down. Just walking around on the pool deck this early in the morning, I mean, early relatively, 8 o'clock is not that early, but it's still early enough on board. There's not that many guests in the pool area. In fact, if you were to go right now, you're probably one of the only ones. It'd be a great opportunity to go swimming. Unfortunately, we're going to breakfast right now, but if it was, maybe tomorrow, we'll try waking up earlier to see if we can catch that pool deck. That it might be a better idea in the morning to go swimming. But those slides don't open until 9 a.m. and it has been a really cool trip up until maybe about last night because we've hit warmer waters. So they might be a great day for the pool deck.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Windjammer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we actually woke up early enough to go to the main dining room. I got a nice view outside the bubble. With breakfast, we could have. Well, they have some fruit.
They have bagels. Locked.
They have a lot of danishes, croissants, muffins, cereals if you want them. They have classic eggs Benedict, French toast, buttermilk pancake, corned beef hash.
Oh my God.
Our server decided to bring us a plate of hash browns, which is really nice because those are really good. They are the standard ones that you find on cruises, but I don't know, something about them, they're just so good. Then, of course, like always, I decided to get smoked salmon. Best way to start off at the morning, but Dad got a lot more than I did. Lots of salmon. Not a lot of salmon.
I know I have to.
That was a good breakfast in the main dining room. I will say it might be worth it to wake up in the morning. I know it's tough sometimes, especially after a long night and a long day. You may not want to wake up, but I think it's totally worth it to go to the main dining room. I haven't been to Windjammers yet, of course, but I'm almost certain that the main dining is going to be certainly better than Windjammer. Not the Windjammer, the buffet isn't bad. It's just, I think there's something about going to the main dining room for breakfast that you can't beat. I'll be honest, I had fallen asleep, but then the ship started to shake a little bit, and it turns out we're here in Cabo San Lucas. We're still kind of docking right now, but we're not actually docking at a port. We're kind of stopping right here in the middle of the ocean. In order to get off the ship, we're gonna have to grab tickets. Then they will call our number. That's when we can go down to get on the boat to get off the ship. So I'm gonna go get changed really quickly. I know that I've slept for the last 3 hours since breakfast, but hey, we're in Cabo San Lucas, and I'm very excited to go step foot into Mexico. All right, all dressed, ready to go, set out for our adventure in Cabo San Lucas.
We have tender tickets to go outside, so when you hear your number, to just go to deck number 2, C-Plus card and photo ID, and that's
Okay.
Here you go. 6.
Thank you.
You're welcome, have fun.
All right, so I went to deck 5, grabbed our tickets. You can send one person, grab all your tickets. They give you these little, they're almost like business cards, but that's your ticket. It'll give a group number. If they're gonna call that group number, then that's when you can get off the ship. I'll be honest though, it's a little bit of a mess. I know that this is the first one, and Royal's still kind of trying to figure out some of these procedures, but I think they need to get it on the app. It's not on the app right now. It's actually through a physical card. You're sending everyone down to go grab a card. Not the greatest idea. You're kind of defeating the whole purpose of splitting up everyone into boarding groups. Otherwise, why don't you just send everyone at the same time to get on it? I'm just a suggestion, Royal Caribbean. If not that anyone's ever gonna listen, I think that you need to put that onto the app. That way it's a lot more safer, everyone's more distance. And that way you can control things a lot better, because right now, having everyone to go get a physical ticket just isn't working. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Everyone's very mad about it, and I get why they're doing it. I get what they're doing. I don't think it's working. I think there can be improvement. There's always room for improvement. I definitely think if they got it on the app, it'd be much better, but that's not the way it works. You have to go get the ticket, and that's fine. It is what it is. So I decided to come up to the front of the ship because I wanted to take a look and see Cabo San Lucas from a better view. And I didn't quite realize that no one was gonna be up here. There's really no one up here right now. I don't know if that's just coincidence or if that's how it's gonna be on port days. I'll more on that later. It is nice to be here on the very front of the ship all by myself. There's no one else here. I think that's amazing. I know that we're at lower capacity. We're at 2,000 people out of 3,500, so that might be part of it, but this is the view right here. Unbelievable view. You have to come down and try it out for yourself. It's just so good. It's so good. One thing I wanted to mention is that the sun is out. It's clear today. It has been very, very cold, very windy, but we've made it down to warmer weather, and it is warmer. We got group number 15 on these cards. We got tickets for everyone. You'll have to send one person down. I was the one that went to go do it so I could show you how to do it. Till then, we're gonna be waiting. Not sure how fast it's gonna be, but hopefully it doesn't take too long.
Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tom, your cruise director. I'm very happy to say that we are ready to start our tender operation. So all those holding tender tickets 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, please go to deck 2 and the aft of the ship.
Okay, so they just announced it. 1 through 5 is boarding right now in the aft. Group number 6 is boarding here on the front of the ship. So they have 2 gangways. That way they can speed up the process. That's really good. I'm happy Royal Caribbean's doing that. That way they can get as many people off the ship as fast as they can. That's good. If they were just doing 1, it would take longer, but because they're doing 2, it's gonna be a little bit of a faster process, and that makes me really happy to hear. That's really exciting that Royal is trying their best to get us all off the ship on into Cabo San Lucas, because we were supposed to be here already. We were supposed to have been here for a couple hours now, but because we left late in Los Angeles, we're really late today. We got here at 12:30. We're supposed to be out at 10. That's good. I'm gonna start heading back and go find everyone else because I have all of their tickets. They can't get off without me. If you go to deck 4 on the starboard side, you can take a look and see them boarding right down there. Hopefully we'll be down there really, really soon because I don't really want to wait much longer. As you can see, they have a nice little platform. They have 2 boats boarding at a time, so this should be a really quick process. And then back on the other side, they have a really big boat disembarking passengers as well. And there it is. The first tender is now off and away. I wish we were the lucky ones to be on that one, but that's okay. Our number should get called here real soon. I guess not too soon because I actually haven't heard from my family in a couple minutes. I told them where I am. They asked me. I don't know where they're at. I don't know what they're doing. They really can't leave without me unless they go get their own boarding tickets. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go to Cabo San Lucas by myself, taking all 6 tickets to me because.
And 15, so that's 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 to proceed to the aft tender operation for on deck number 2.
Ready to get off?
Ready to go.
Number's finally been called. We're group number 15. They finally just called it. It took them about 40 minutes. That's not that bad of a wait time. But very excited to get off. Heading over to the aft right now. I'm gonna head down to deck number 2. I'm gonna go down and get on the tender to head to Cabo San Lucas. In fact, that boat coming right there is probably gonna be ours. Be down there to board you in just a few minutes.
If any of you have collected tickets with family members that are unvaccinated, sadly they will not be able to go ashore today unless on a Royal Caribbean shore excursion.
Thankfully, Auntie Cecil has been here. She's pretty familiar with the area, so she's going to be the one in charge of us. If I was the one in charge, I would have bought into one of those guys way long ago. They would have had me for all my money, and unfortunately...
You're so weak.
I just want to say yes to every one of them, but unfortunately, I'm not the one in charge. Actually, maybe fortunately, I'm not the one in charge. That's
Definitely,
a good thing.
fortunately.
Good thing. If I was in charge, we'd
Let's go in the glass bottom
we'd
boat
be
ride,
mad
amigos.
already. So thankfully,
Be stripped and robbed and laying together.
yeah, probably.
Okay, just so you guys know, I'm gonna look for Chapo. He's the guy, the taxi guy, the water taxi that helped us, or that we went on last time, but he's on this opposite side of this marina. Okay, so that's where we're walking to.
So it turns out, actually, Cecil's friend that she was looking for was just sailing away as soon as we got there, so we ended up going with someone else. We walked all that way, all the way across, just for the person we're looking for to leave right when we get there, which it's okay because we ended up getting on a boat. It wasn't a private boat. We were with another family, but I was able to get a few good shots. But unfortunately, what I noticed was that my microphone actually ended up breaking on the trip. I started seeing that my audio wasn't coming through on my camera, so that's why I couldn't really vlog. But we ended up, after we got off, we walked around just a little bit, split off. My mom and I came back on board. We took the tender back to the ship. It took almost an hour, to be honest, but now we're finally back on board and everything's ready to go. It's already 5:30. It's already time for us to go to dinner. I'm already gonna be late. We're gonna head to dinner. Hopefully everything kind of looks and sounds okay. I'm on my smaller camera. It's not the same one that I'm used to using. So we'll see how this goes for the rest of the trip. Still are in Cabo San Lucas. We will be for the next few hours. We don't have the best view of the sunset, but we still do have somewhat of a view. And look at that. There are still tenders coming back, bringing guests aboard. Of course, we gotta get to dinner right now, so we gotta head out. Tonight's dinner in the main dining room should be pretty good, so stay tuned for that. Go wash your hands. This is our first time sitting on the big table. Usually we sit on the small one with only 4 people, so now I have room to put the camera down. See, the big table has enough room for everyone, whereas the other table is really small. Well, unfortunately, the vegan menu got changed. So unfortunately, my orders aren't gonna go through. I guess it got changed to a different day. So I'm a little disappointed, a little sad. I was really looking forward to dinner today. Give me a heads up, if you're looking ahead,
I'll try some of
there's a
that.
possibility that what you
Try some.
see on the menu on the app may change, even if you're doing it a day before, because it just changed today. They did end up making it back. Barely, but they made it.
I'm ordering the cheesecake, the apple blossom with ice cream, and the chocolate cake.
For dinner?
Yes.
For dinner.
Vegan tortilla soup. It's okay. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle. It'd probably be more like a 6 if anything, maybe a 7, maybe pushing the 7, and not my first choice. Got the ahi tuna made without the sauce because the sauce has butter, I think, so I had to get it without the sauce. But from what I've heard from Dad, it doesn't seem to be that good.
A little dry.
Seared ahi tuna, but the sear's kind of, it's more like a cooked ahi tuna. It's not a seared ahi tuna, it's cooked ahi tuna. I'm a little disappointed with dinner tonight. I was really looking forward to it. They changed the menu. Tortilla soup was okay. The ahi tuna is okay. We haven't come to match the prime rib that I had on the first night. It hasn't even come close.
What'd you get, Grandma?
Let's see if this vegan cheesecake is any good. I don't know if this is gonna be any good.
What is that, Stephen?
Vegan cheesecake.
Almost like a graham cracker crust, or maybe like oats. It's got peanut butter. It tastes pretty good.
No good?
If you can have peanut butter, you like peanut butter, this is a really good one actually. Well, that was another good night in the main dining room. It was saved by the dessert, honestly, saved by the dessert. On my way up to the room, I just randomly saw this stowaway piano player. I don't think he's supposed to be there. I don't think he's supposed to be on the ship at all. That's the first time I've seen him. I've heard rumors and whispers of him, but that's the first time I've seen him in action, just sitting there casually playing. That's kind of cool. I just wanted to mention that right here, at the solarium, the jacuzzi is wide open. There's no one even here. So this is right around the time where second seating of dinner is. And then also, so the shows are playing right now. So I think this would be a great opportunity if you're not doing a show, if you're not going to eat, to go to the jacuzzi. Personally, I just need to go back and start editing. I've been pushing it off way too long, as you may or may not have already seen. This video is coming out way later than what it should have been, but that's okay. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna crank it out tonight. We're not gonna take any more distractions, no more distractions, and we're just gonna get this video done. We need to get it uploaded. So, well, not this one, the previous one. All right, so I did most of my editing, pretty much exporting right now. So I decided, well, I have some time on my head down. There's a silent disco that I wanted to check out. It is something Royal does on all their ships, so I wonder if anyone's gonna actually go. Well, we'll see.
The switch is the green button. You can choose if you want blue or green. We have 2 channels.
One of the cool things about a silent disco is that it's all in the headphones and there's no copyright music for the camera. I've been really struggling with the music playing around the ship, but there's 2 channels. I'm listening to green right now and it's pretty nice. I wish I had some friends to join along. It's a little silent here. There's not that many people, but that's okay. What do you want on a 50% occupancy of cruise? Well, silent disco was really cool. The only problem was that we're not at full capacity, so not everyone really was showing up. Tonight it's 11 o'clock, so it's a little late. Long day in Cabo, as I understand. There was a point where everyone in Studio B on one color because that one song was way better than the rest of the songs. It was kind of funny to see. I'm gonna go visit Uncle Brian, who's in the casino right now, and see if he's doing any good. I doubt it. He's been having a really rough time on board. Well, that was it for the casino. I did play for maybe about an hour and a half. We played blackjack with Uncle Brian. We went up, we went down. I ended up losing at the end of the time. It was just for fun though, and that's the most important thing, is whether you had fun, not whether or not you won money. Of course, winning money is nice, but if that's all you're going in for, trust me, on a cruise ship, you're gonna get crushed real hard. But that's okay, because we had a lot of fun. I hope you had as much fun watching this video. I apologize that the audio broke at some point throughout the video. I don't know when it actually happened. I'll have to go back and start looking when I edit. Hopefully it's not that bad though. Make sure to check out the next vlog as soon as it comes out. Tomorrow's audio will be much better. Nothing, no problems, no nothing. As always though, this is a goodbye, but just a see you real soon.